what are the most significant challenges you face in transforming workplace culture and leadership within your organization or your clients' organizations?
I would say the greatest challenge is all the time is that there's so many people who still thinks it's the best to do what they have always done, and they believe that change is hard. You know that classical image when you have a leader saying, "Who wants change?" and everybody says, "Yeah, I want change. I can see it will get better." But then you have like who want to be part of that change and lead that change, and you have like one person showing their hand. So I would say one of the biggest issues would be that you have these groups in companies. You have the little group who will be on board directly, and you have the mid group who could come aboard if they get a little bit more information. And then you have that last group who is totally adverse to any change and think that it's horrible and painful and so on. And see, I've changed my language in so many meetings today, so my head's a bit jumbled. I just spoke Norwegian with a colleague, but and also I would say in combination with the different set of skills and communication you need to carry to get all of these people aboard, even though they are so different from each other. So you would need, to communicate one way with one of these groups, another way with the second, and with the third. And then you have individuals in these groups who in themselves needs to be communicated to in another set of ways, and longer, shorter, written, spoken, pictures, and whatever. And my experience, the main obstacle for most leaders is communication and not understanding the need of adapting that towards the group that they are leading.
Right. I find myself more and more both in meetings, in any sort of presentation when I'm asked to answer a question. I don't know where I picked it up, but I just thought it was darn wise, so I did it. It's like, does that make sense? Does that, do you follow that? And especially in a context of learning, I oftentimes is like, excellent. Can you please tell me how you would apply that? Because especially here in Japan, what you have is you have this this thing called tatemae and honne. Tatemae means your public polite face. Honne is your true feelings. And because conflict is to be avoided at all cost in every situation, it can be bad and good. But when you're in a classroom and in a society where everybody really cares, even more than in maybe any other society on earth, about what everybody else thinks, particularly their seniors who may be in the room, they don't want to be seen to misunderstand or feel dumb. So it's like, do you understand? They go, what does that mean? That's Japanese for no, I don't, but I'm going to pretend I do. It's like, excellent. Can you please use that? What we just talked about, can you give me an example of that from your work? Right. But I do it in such a way, it isn't gotcha, you're lying to me. It was like, I knew it. I laugh with them.
Yeah.
I create that psychological safety because it's needed, but I will also always call them on it. It's like, if I think you're faking it, please demonstrate it, because I want to make sure you understand or I'm not doing my job. Okay, the next one is